Welcome back. Welcome back to LTTV. It's good to see you here live. Thank you so much for coming back to be with me and join me here. I'm excited to bring to you this part two. This is creating a homemade writing retreat for yourself, part two. So, in part one, I talked about how you need to get a space for yourself in your home where you can just sit and think and write. The most successful people in the world are people who are thinkers, people who set aside time every day to just sit and be in their body. Like, we spend too much time ripping and running, driving and running, and just doing all different types of things. We need to take more time for ourselves just to sit, think, relax, and breathe, right? Like, how many times do you just sit down in a chair, close your eyes, and just breathe? How many times do you just sit down and write down your ideas and your thoughts? Probably not enough. So, what I want you to do today is take some notes and I want you to pay attention. And if you're here live, I want you to engage with me live and just type in the word live, and I'll be able to see your comments. If you're watching this on the replay, then just put hashtag replay. Um, yeah, I want you to really do this because this is something that has saved my life. I told you before on previous videos and on the last video, I wrote my first book in 2017 when I was a classroom teacher full time, when I was raising three children full time, going to church, going to the gym at 4:30 a.m., and just doing the thing, being mom, ripping and running, doing all the stuff to pay the bills, right? I figured out a way to carve out a space in my home. I was lucky and blessed enough and grateful enough to have a walk-in closet. So what I was able to do is create a space in that closet to be my writing space. I didn't even have a desk. I had a little TV food tray and I put my laptop on top of that little TV food tray and I got a headset and I just cranked out my book. It took some planning, it took some thinking, but I just cranked it out because I had only, I think I had maybe 4 months or something to write it. And so I was up every night, um, 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock, sometimes 12 o'clock, sometimes 2 a.m. before I went to bed. But I made sure that my mind was empty. I emptied everything out on the page and moved on. So, what I want you to do is to create this space for yourself. And I want you to start spending time in this space. Create a bubble around yourself and tell the spouse, don't come in. Tell the kids, don't come in. Tell the pets, don't come in. Put a sign on the door that says, I am writing a book, right? Book in progress. How about that? Book in progress. And I want you to honor that and respect that because that's a boundary. That is a healthy, super healthy boundary that I want you to create for yourself in your own home. Okay. Now we're going to talk about a couple of other things that I want you to put in your space. We talked about the chair, we talked about the desk, the laptop, the pen, the paper. There's a couple of other things that I want you to do to create the ambiance. Okay. Now, if you have a full bedroom that you can use, some of y'all are lucky. You got full bedrooms that you can use, right? If you have a full bedroom, what I want you to do is take the four corners of that bedroom and I want you to turn it into an aromatherapy corner. Okay. I want you to get some really cool candles like this one. It says good vibes, right? I want you to get night jasmine, lavender. Okay. And I want you to also get some incense, frankincense, myrrh. I want you to get some sage. I want you to get some Palo Santo. I want you to get some, what are the other really, really good ones? Peppermint, all of the really fresh eucalyptus. I want you to get these smells into your environment. You can even get, I made a little homemade spray the other day. I got some Epsom salt with eucalyptus in it, and I put it in a spray bottle just with regular warm water, and I just started spraying it around, kind of like Febreze, right? The aromatherapy puts you in a very relaxed mood. It puts you in a state of, Calgon, take me away, like the bubble bath, right? But this is not going to be a bubble bath. This is actually going to be a writing experience for you. Okay. So once you have your environment set up, you're going to keep the light a little bit dim to get you. Remember, we're trying to get your nervous system to calm down and relax. We want to slow down your heart rate so that you're not frantic, because moms, we can get frantic. We can get triggered. We can get anxious, right? I've dealt with anxiety for a long time, probably since I was about 8 years old. Anxiety was just a part of my life, and I didn't even realize that I was dealing with anxiety until I got into a space where I was able to sit and focus and think. And then all of a sudden I was like, ooh, I don't feel nervous. Oh, wow, I'm able to write. I'm able to flow. Ideas make sense. Like if you're anxious and you're triggered and you're upset and your nervous system is going haywire, it's hard for you to create anything because that's just not a creative space. Okay. All right. So once you get your environment set up, the next thing I want you to do is sit near a window if you can. If you're in a closet like I was, then there's no window. Don't worry about it. But if you're able to, open the window and write in the morning. And open up the window, and I want you to like even crack the window so you can hear the birds singing in the morning. I want you to be able to hear the trees rustling in the wind. Nature, you're actually going to be inside your house, but I want you to be able to have nature sounds if you have nature right outside your window. If not, if you're going to be in a closed space, like I was in a closet because I really got distracted too much, then I want you to put some kind of YouTube music on, some kind of music where there's in the background, there's nature sounds, there's water, there's shh, there's rain, there's drums, there's something in the background that's going to activate a part of your brain that is really super, super productive. Okay. So have that playing in the back. If you want to have it, playing on the computer and you put your headset on, that's a good idea too. Okay, just put these on and have some music playing in the back. And I want you to use your phone to set a timer. Okay, you're going to set a timer with your phone. And I want you to set it for 10 minutes. Okay, 10 minutes is about the time that you should be writing. Okay, just set a quick timer here, 10 minutes and go. Okay, I want you to set the timer on your phone. Okay, use your phone for the timer because I don't want you having your headset on Bluetooth with your phone because then something can interrupt you. Okay, so if you have your laptop, what I do is I put my timer on the side. I get my headset and I connect it directly into the laptop and I put the music on in the background. And so I have this on with the music and I'm writing for 10 minutes and then I have my timer here and it will go off. Okay. Now, if your phone is a distraction, then you can put a timer on your computer. And sometimes when I'm writing, I put my phone in a whole nother room because I just don't want anybody texting me, calling me, or any of that. So whatever you need to do with your phone, you do it, okay? Because the whole purpose is, why do we do this? Why do we do this? Because at the end of the 10 minutes, you're going to have some ideas on paper, and those ideas are going to help you when you go back, because you're going to look at these ideas days later. You're going to go back and you're going to read through and you're going to say, oh, that's what I was thinking. That was the idea that I had. Oh, and you're going to move forward. Okay. You always, always, always want to go back and take a look at what you wrote about when you were in a positive mind state. Okay. When you were in a Zen mood. And that's what this writing retreat is going to do for you right in your home. Okay. Now I'm going to be taking a little bit of a deeper dive into this when we have our 5-day challenge, which starts on Tuesday, July 15th, and it goes to the 20th. We're going to be talking about all kinds of different things when it comes to writing, how to overcome writer's block, how to overcome procrastination, okay? How to overcome imposter syndrome, which doesn't all the way go away. It just pops up in a different form in different phases of your life. So we're going to be talking about those things. I'm also going to be showing you how to journal. There's multiple ways to journal, but what we practice in my tribe is we journal for the purpose of manifestation. We manifest things through writing it down, and there's a process behind it. Okay. So for those of you that have not enrolled in the 5-day challenge, raise your hand and I will send you that link so that you can be in the 5-day challenge. We only have 5 spots left, and those 5 spots are for the general admission. Now, let me tell you the difference. General admission is the general session. It's a 1-hour session. It's a training with me where I'm teaching you the same type of things that I teach when I do my live trainings. We're going to be digging deep into journaling. I'm going to be doing some timed writing where I'm going to time you and give you a prompt that you don't know ahead of time so that whatever comes out just comes out. Okay. That's the general session. For the VIP members, people who need a question and answer, you will get a 1-hour Q&A session before class starts. So before the general session, all of my VIPs will come into a room. We'll do some hot seat laser coaching. So we'll raise our hand. I'll have somebody come up on the stage with me, ask a question about writing, about their book process, about, how to get unstuck or unblocked or whatever the question may be. We'll answer the question and then we'll go on to the next person. Okay. That's for my VIP people. VIP people, your price is $149 for that Q&A session along with the general session. And then I have my platinum folks. My platinum folks are going to get everything that everybody else gets, but they're also going to get a good morning wake up call every day during the challenge. They're going to get a call from me that says, hey, good morning. Have you done your writing yet? Do you have your headset? Are you prepared? Let's go. This is my English teacher brain on steroids. And I do this for my clients all the time because they'll get stuck. They'll have a mental block and then they won't know how to figure it out. So I'll just get on the phone and say, hey, let me talk to you for about 15 minutes. And after that 15 minutes, they're like, oh, I know what to do now. I'm done. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. The block is over, right? Everybody needs that pep talk. Everybody needs that one moment. And it's not just one moment. It's a lot of moments, but we all have that time where we're stuck in a rut and somebody calls us and they give us a pep talk and then we're out of it. Like, it's just like that. We're back on about our business, right? We're back on it, focused on our dream again. So my platinum folks, that's what you're going to get. The good morning wake up call. It's time to do your writing. Get inside of your writing retreat box, right? Get inside of your bubble and clear the distractions. Tell everybody you got to go, right? And you can blame it on me. Hey, I'm on the phone with my writing coach again. I have to go. I can't be hanging out with you guys, right? Blame it on me. My platinum people, I love you. You need a little bit more hand holding, and that's okay. That's fine. So your price is $249. Okay. And so if you are a platinum person, just raise your hand and type, hey, send me that platinum link. If you're a VIP person and you want to come up on stage and get your questions answered and get some hot seat coaching, then raise your hand and say, hey, I'm VIP. General session is for folks that are like, what is this? What's going on? And you just want to get your foot in the door and just see what's up. That's the general admission. We only have 5 more spaces for general admission. And they're going to actually, those tickets are actually going to go quickly tonight. So thank you for watching. I appreciate you being in here, and hopefully you will go ahead and get started on your homemade writing retreat, because it's easier. It's easier than you think. Stop overthinking it. Stop worrying about it, thinking you got to buy a whole bunch of extra stuff from the store. You don't. You're just going to use stuff that's already in your house. If you have candles, use the candles. If you have incense, use the incense. If you don't have either one, use whatever you have, right? Like, don't go out and do a whole shopping spree, because what that is it's procrastination. That's what that is. And we'll talk about that in the next video, part 3. Bye.